Sit rolling around, sitting on doves, can't lie, I was high on shrubs.
So this time we'll go back with another video. I'm Strange Wang. He is Nate. Today we're picking the last year we'll be doing this month, and it is 2007. We looked at three other years. Their eyes will be throughout this video. And people say this is the last year of film anyways, because The Dark Knight and Iron Man came out and ruined cinema, because we got superhero movies here on out since then. But how the tier list works, we will both see a movie. If we both seen it, we get to argue, a little debating. The Great Debaters, 2007 movie. Denzel, huh?
There you go.
Good pull. We will debate where it goes. If one of us has seen it, then they get free reigns. If we haven't seen it, we'll go and haven't seen. But, yeah.
Alright, first up, it's 1408.
Have you seen this?
No. I've never even heard of this.
Oh, dude, John Cusack stuck in a hotel. Sam Jackson's the hotel keeper.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why, but for some reason when I saw 1408, my brain was like...
The year?
The year, 1408.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
I kind of like it.
Yeah. I still never seen it, so...
I was really early in my film watching when I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
But as of now, it's a B. If I go back and rewatch it, I'll probably bump it down, or I might bump it up. But no one ever talks about it, so I doubt it.
All right, 28 weeks later.
Nah, that shit a little scary for you, boy.
Yeah, I never seen it. 310 to Yuma.
No.
You never seen it?
Nah.
Me neither. Also, fun fact, really bad name for a YouTube channel would be 310 to YouTube, which is a suggestion that one of the people on this couch threw out when we started this. 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days.
No days.
Never seen it. 88 minutes.
Nah, but it's got my boy Pacino in it.
You never seen that either?
Huh.
Man, we are off to a hot start.
You fucking are.
Zombies.
No, you can keep going.
Right, there we go.
I'll edit this part out.
Alright, Across the Universe.
No.
You never seen Across the Universe?
We got one?
Yeah, I love Across the Universe.
Alright.
So it's a musical, but it's all Beatles music.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And it's kind of set to the backdrop of post-Vietnam America, which makes a lot of sense because the Beatles obviously had a lot to do with that era.
Is him and that homegirl in the front, or are they just laying in the bed in protest?
Do what now?
Him and the girl, are they laying in the bed in protest in the scene?
No, basically it's like...
It's a joke.
Oh, okay.
John Lennon and Yoko, they laid in bed in protest.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, whatever.
Not a Yoko fan, apparently.
Yeah, she killed the Beatles. I really like Across the Universe. I'm going to put it in B as well.
Well, this one's not going in B.
Alien versus Predator.
That shit going in it's the second one, Requiem.
Oh.
That shit going in, that shit smells like bad rectum. That shit going in the F pile, dog. Fuck that movie. I love Predator. That's the thing with two of my favorite action movies of all time, Predator and Terminator. Terminator got two two halfway decent movies, and Predator got one, and a couple.
Well, now it has another good one.
Yeah, that is true, and a bunch of 25% me. But yeah, that shit sucks.
Alvin and the Chipmunks. I never seen that shit.
Yeah, I was the right age. I was seeing it. I'm gonna say D just because of that one song. I Had a Bad Day. That shit was popping.
It was. That's true.
Because of that trailer.
American Gangster.
We got a first A tier, baby.
Yeah, this movie. A lot of people don't like this movie. I agree with you.
Who?
American Gangster.
Where do you see this? Film Twitter?
People shit on this movie for its pacing. They didn't this movie was not up there. I would look up the Rotten Tomatoes score real quick.
I fuck heavy with, because the reason why I watched it, because Frank Lucas, obviously, Denzel, he's okay.
I got you.
He had nude butts on his phone when it pulled up.
It was an album cover, and not the trend of anything can be an album cover.
Yeah, so Frank Lucas, he goes up to the one guy, Black Superman, Idris Elba. He's like, "You ain't gonna kill me in the street." And he puts the gun to his head and shoots him. And I was like, after I saw that, I was like, I have to watch this. This is incredible.
Yeah. So 81% critic score.
Critically fresh.
And 89 audience. But 81 is definitely not an A tier movie.
No. But I think it is.
And I think it's gone up since it came out. Because I remember reading, like, back when you read movie reviews, like in newspapers and shit.
Man, I said newspapers and shit.
Yeah.
That shit fire.
Are We Done Yet? The sequel to Are We There Yet?
Throw some D's on that bitch.
Yeah. I never saw Are We Done Yet. I saw Are We There Yet?
I wish I only saw Are We There Yet?
Atonement.
Okay. I watched this because it has a really great cast.
Yeah.
Not for me. I'm gonna go C tier.
I never seen it, so.
Really, you would like it.
Probably. I like Keira Knightley, so.
Got Benedict Cumberbatch. What's that guy's name? Professor X. You know Professor X.
James McAvoy.
Got him in it. It's got a bunch of people in it.
Nice. Have you seen August Rush?
Nah.
Oh, really? So it's really funny because I'm pretty sure we did a musicals list one time, and Across the Universe and August Rush. This was like forever ago when Stephanie, aka Headphony, was on the channel, and I know August Rush was on her list when she did that with us, but it's okay. I like August Rush. Okay, it's like, do you know what the word saccharine means?
No.
It means like overly sweet.
Well.
So it's like
Corny.
It's like a very emotionally manipulative movie, but also like has a lot of really talented stuff in it. So I'm gonna throw it in B when I can get it up there as well. But
I know you've seen this.
you know, because you haven't seen it, the more I think about it, I'm moving Across the Universe to A. Because it's better than August Rush, and I feel like B is right for August Rush.
Okay.
But
I know you've seen this. Michael dragged your ass to this movie 6 times in the theater.
I saw it when it came out.
I know you did.
Have you seen it?
No.
Yeah. That's a D tier. And the only reason I'm putting it a D instead of F is just because in 2007, when I was 16 or 17 years old, depending on when this movie came out, I did think it was really funny.
That's funny because I see a movie right now that is borderline the same thing, and I don't know where I'm gonna put. I was thinking F, but now you got me rethinking.
Yeah. The B movie.
No.
You never seen
the memes turn me off.
You never seen the B movie?
If Seinfeld ain't with Kramer, I don't want to watch it.
B for the B. Before the Devil Knows You're Dead.
Another B. Decent heist movie. I don't like movies that just do the same scene over and over again from different perspectives.
Oh, yeah.
And
Vantage Point.
Well, Vantage Point, I think, did it the best. The Rapey Night movie, that's a terrible way to explain it, but you get the point.
Oh,
I don't know. Last Duel.
Mm-hmm.
That's second and that's third. Because I feel like some of the people they're going behind and watching behind, I don't give a fuck about them.
Yeah.
So why am I watching them? You know, like, good cast though.
You ever seen Beowulf?
Yes.
What'd you think about Beowulf?
That's forgettable.
Yeah.
So I guess that was in D. I remember there wasn't enough action.
I was actually gonna say F. Personally,
F then. Fuck it.
This movie's really bad.
F for forgettable.
This movie has some of the worst CGI you will ever see ever in your entire life, and it's really bad. How do you feel about Blades of Glory? See, this is one of those like contentious ones where it's like, I think we can all agree that, well, okay, you and me will both agree this is not a good movie.
I wouldn't say it's contentious. I would say it's provocative.
Well, sure.
It gets people going.
Yeah.
Just for the Jay-Z and Kanye song, I put it in D.
D's fine.
Fellas in Paris, you know what I'm saying? Dude?
Right, yeah.
I remember when it came out, I watched it with my buddy Josh, and we were like in 7th 6th grade, and we were like, thought it was the funniest fucking thing. But there's never been a moment where I looked back and I was like, oh, I want to watch that, or oh, I had fond memories of watching that. It was like I watched it at his house once, and I was like, never thought about it again.
I watched this 2 or 3 years ago.
Why?
Because I did feel that way. I was like, you know what? I kind of want to watch Blades of Glory.
Well, it was probably more popular when you were in
Well,
high school.
so here's the thing with like this era of like these comedy movies, right? They're, for the most part, all of them that are in this style, they're bad. But they have like just aspects of them or parts of them that are really funny, or it's like just the absurdity that this existed is like captivating to me, and I appreciate them like for that. Like the fact that that movie got made is like, that's awesome.
Okay.
Like, have you ever seen Boy A?
No.
Me neither.
Saw the sequel, Boy B.
Have you ever seen Bridge to Terabithia?
Negatory.
It's fine. C tier. Have you ever seen Charlie Wilson's War?
No, it's got a good cast in it, though.
I've also never seen it. The Cleaner? Oh, Codename The Cleaner.
No.
That looks like a You movie.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
You know what that means.
I think that's a bit
Okay.
shade.
I know that we've both
pun
seen
intended.
Daddy Day Camp. Oh wait, this is Daddy Day Camp. I have not seen Daddy Day Camp. I've seen
not.
Daddy Daycare.
I actually watched Daddy Daycare a couple weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it
I
was
like that
actually
movie.
like, it had a decent amount of heart.
Yeah, other than the poop scene, I like that movie.
I love how it had like all the Warner Brothers properties, and like there was
Yeah.
just like music for 2001, music for Psycho, music for this.
Yeah.
Throw the Flash in there. It was,
Yeah.
like, it was charming.
Death at a Funeral.
The white one or the black one?
This looks like the white one. Yeah, because I see, dang it.
Dinklage is in both.
Yeah,
though.
Peter, yeah. This looks like the white one.
If it's the black one, I give it a B tier. The white one's goes in a C tier. British humor just isn't my thing.
Yeah.
That's where I stand.
I don't care. I don't care about. I would
What
put
do
it.
you think about it?
I would put it. Oh, I think it's hilarious, but it's definitely not like my favorite British comedy. I love British comedy. So I would have said B personally, but I don't care that much. So, Death Proof.
C. It's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but
Yeah.
there's some moments that I fuck with heavy. Kurt Russell's a serial killer. Give me more of that, please.
Disturbia.
So
When Shia LaBeouf was in his prime.
I don't know where it would be because I don't have time in my life to make like a top 15, top 20, top 25. Rear Window is one of my favorite films of all time. I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
And Disturbia is a very loose remake of it, and I love it. So for me, heart saying A tier.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, it's probably B tier, but I'll let you decide if it goes in A tier or not.
I think it's a B tier.
He
movie.
put it right at the B.
I think it's a
Alright.
B tier movie.
Can you at least put it in the front of B tier to make me feel better?
Sure.
Thank you. That's a good poster too. Binoculars.
Have you ever seen Eastern Promises?
Nah.
Me.
It's a mob movie though.
Neither. Elizabeth of the Golden Age?
Negatory.
Me neither. Have you ever seen Enchanted?
Negatory.
Really?
Bro, it's 2007. That was a girls' movie, dog.
But it's really a satirical take on
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
you know, it's actually pretty funny. I really like it. Like, it's a fine movie. I'd say C. Have you ever seen Epic Movie?
Yes, and this goes back to your
I can't-
Balzagoy argument,
I
Bars
can't-
of Fury.
I can't remember which one this is.
It's the Willy Wonka Narnia one.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that one.
That was my shit. 2007. I had it on DVD, so throw it in D for DVD.
I remember I saw Meet the Spartans.
That was also hilarious.
I guess
That's
not
a fun
another teen movie kind of kicked this off, like this,
Yeah.
like spoofing a bunch of movies in a specific genre in one movie.
Scary Movie kicked it off, but
Oh, okay, yeah,
sure.
yeah. Evan Almighty.
No, I didn't
Man,
like.
a lot of like not good sequels to like
Yeah,
fine movies this year.
like people like this was like I went like on a lot of like lists on like the best 4 years, and like this was like the best year in the 2000s, and it's kind of scary.
Huh.
Because there's like two movies I know that everyone talks about in 2007,
Yeah.
but nothing in the S tier. The 89 one, I could have made a top 10 list just from the top two rows.
Yeah.
Like lunacy.
All right. Have you seen? You have not
No.
seen Evan Almighty. It's not very good. It's weird because like Jim Carrey is in it for like the beginning. Like he's got like one scene in the very beginning.
I never
Right.
understood how you made him so unlikable, and then you wanted me to like him in a movie. In 2007, that was too much for my elementary school brain to handle.
You're talking about
Evan.
yeah.
Because in Bruce Almighty, he's in this week's news. And
Right.
it's like, fuck that guy, he's a prick.
Dang, I can't even read that.
I look like some real nematode shit.
Oh, that's the Evangelion movie.
Who?
It's an anime movie. I actually haven't seen it, and I know you haven't seen
I knew
it.
that was some Trevor shit.
All right, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Well, what's the first letter in Fantastic?
Elf.
Bingo.
Yep. Are we going back to back Fs?
We are.
We sure should.
I haven't seen that shit, but I know
Because
you hate
Fred Claus is terrible. Speaking of terrible, Ghost Rider.
I don't know if it was the year, but in 2007, that wasn't bad.
I was about to say, I don't know that this deserves F.
Nah, I put it in D.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Gone Baby Gone.
I haven't seen no Gone Babies.
Me neither.
I did see the trailer to Ben Affleck's new movie Air about the Jordan.
I'd say that's
What a terrible hairpiece he has in that movie.
Damon or
No,
Affleck.
Affleck.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Good Luck Chuck? Remember when Dane Cook was a thing?
Yeah. Honestly, guilty pleasure.
Oh, yeah, that movie's okay.
I want to say C.
This
but
is a
more
this
of
is a
D.
Michael Cotton special.
For real.
Yeah.
Weren't you Chuck there for a minute?
Actually, in a sense, yes. Yeah, I mean, so the weird thing is me and Michael Cotton rented this movie one time, did not see it in theaters, and I can't remember why, but for some reason I had to like leave with like 15 minutes left. We were watching it at his house, and I never finished it. So
Really?
I've never seen the end of this movie.
It ends how you think it ends.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he breaks his curse or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure. What do you think? I don't.
D's realistic.
Okay.
When I was buying everything up when I first got into movies, I owned that on Blu-ray.
Nice.
I know you've seen that shit. I ain't seen that shit.
Never seen Hairspray?
Uh,
Hairspray's okay. I give it a C. Halloween.
what are you doing?
Are there 3 movies? Oh, sorry. I just put it in the bottom thinking it was F. Wait, so are there 3 movies that are just named Halloween now?
Yes.
Huh.
That's the Rob Zombie one.
Interesting choice.
Like, technically, it's Rob Zombie Halloween, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, let me, like, promote this movie based on a shitty director's name. Like, the fuck?
He's a weird dude.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Fuck him. Trudy's, like, flipping the computer over right now. She's watching.
How you feel about Hannibal?
Never seen Hannibal.
Me neither. Sorry. All right. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mm-hmm. You don't remember
I don't
which one
remember
of these
anything
which.
about-
You don't know.
I feel like all the Harry Potters, except for the one with the games and the last one, are, like, the 2 best ones in my opinion. So I would throw it in A.
Yeah, A is where I was going anyways. I don't know that I feel like any of the Harry Potter movies I would call S tier movies.
I'm not saying they're S tier, but those 2 are my favorite. Like,
Yeah.
I remember something from them.
So, Order of the Phoenix just happens to be my personal favorite Harry Potter movie, and I still I don't think I could put any Harry Potter movie in the S tier.
Like that's probably the most consistent franchise I've ever seen.
Yeah, it really is. And well, okay, it depends on how you're including it because
Quality and
well, it just
what
depends on
makes sense.
if you're just looking at the like Harry Potter movies, then yes, I absolutely
no,
agree.
I'm not talking about everything else. No, I haven't seen everything else.
But if you're including the entire wizarding world, then unfortunately, Fantastic Beasts has kind of ruined their shot at that.
Off the topic. You play video games.
That's true.
You playing that shit I keep seeing on YouTube?
I sure am.
Hell yeah. Is it out yet?
Yeah.
You made your wizard?
Mm-hmm. I'm like 16 hours in.
What does your wizard look like? Was it like you?
No, they didn't. So like, I will say this one thing. I wish that they had more like customization options. So like the hair that you can pick from and stuff like that was like fairly limited.
So what you're saying is WCW versus NWO had a better creative wrestler than they have in Harry Potter?
I don't really remember the character creator on that because I pretty much just always made my guy because like I was really into ninjas and shit back then. So my guy always either looked like Rey Mysterio and it was just like in a full like lucha outfit, or I'd pick like the Shogun's outfit but make him skinnier, or like
well they had like a lot you could do.
Or like there was I can't remember the wrestler's name, but there was one dude that was literally just like in a ninja outfit.
You think about he was a skeleton?
No.
Because Lepaka, he had a whole outfit. Oh, you think about Glacier?
Maybe.
Because Mortal Kombat was really cool.
Yeah.
So,
They basically made a Sub-Zero wrestler.
Yeah, so TBS is owned by like whoever they had like the rights to it, so they made Glacier. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Have you ever seen Hitman?
Negatory.
Me neither, but I like this movie has a bit of a following.
You ever played a video game? Back to video games.
Yeah, I did play the video game. Hot Fuzz.
This is the closest we're getting to an S tier so far, I think.
Yeah.
But it's still an A.
Yeah, I agree. Like, because part of me almost wants to like just rate it against its competition.
Yeah.
Which would, in this case, I think would make it S, but I don't really want to do that. So
No.
I think
there's
A's.
one, like what I'm looking at now, there's one movie in S tier in my head.
Yeah. I Am Legend.
See, that shit's overrated as fuck.
I disagree. And 2 weeks ago, I would have agreed with you. But then I listened to a podcast called The Rewatchables, where they just pick movies that are like generally really rewatchable, and they just broke down I Am Legend. And after listening to them like really break it down, I really fuck with I Am Legend now. So I'm not gonna argue about C, but I would put it in B.
You want to go back to that one place and get your DVD steelbook back since you're such a big fan now?
But I'm putting it in at the top of C tier. I Know Who Killed Me.
I don't, and I do not care.
Yeah. I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry.
I fuck with that movie.
There's this TikTok channel with this guy who he'll pick a movie that probably wouldn't get made today, or even one that would, and it's like the title of it is Me Feeling Uncomfortable Watching X Movie in 2023. And so he picks the scenes that today would be considered really problematic, but the dude is an incredible actor because he is being satirical. His point is that you shouldn't judge art. Like when you're judging art, you need to take like into consideration when it came out. Even if it is making fun of a stereotype, does that make it not funny? But he is like, the way he acts it is like he's uncomfortable with it. So the comment sections are full of people calling him a snowflake and a pussy and getting over it. And he's just like, just responds to them with laughing faces because they don't get the joke.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point. But anyways, he did Chuck and Larry, and it was really funny. I don't have any feelings about Chuck and Larry. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Bob Dylan.
I'm Not There. Have you seen this?
No, I don't like Bob Dylan's music.
Well, I don't. I'm indifferent to his music, but I've never seen the movie. Have you seen Into the Wild?
That shit, like, it was really well made. That shit's boring as fuck.
I never seen it.
So I guess, like, C tier.
Yeah, in like 2010, 2011, it was just constantly popping up on my things you might like on Netflix.
That's why I watched it.
And I never watched it.
That's why I watched it.
All right, Juno.
I watched half of that movie. Tell me.
Oh, well, you barely watched any of that movie. Juno is incredible. I love this movie. This is an easy A.
That was like the movie that year.
Yeah.
Like, I remember hearing about it.
Yeah. Again, like, if I was judging it against every other movie this year, I would put it in S. But, like, in the grand scope of movies, I think Juno's an A tier movie. All right, Knocked Up.
He's very palatable in that movie.
That's true.
And it's very funny.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards B, honestly.
I think I'm okay with B. I think it's a really low B.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's fair. Some French movie.
Never seen it.
Me neither.
I know you've seen this movie.
Lars and the Real Girl. Have you seen this movie?
You put me on this movie. I watched it once.
Yeah.
I'll let you take the reins on it because you like it way more than I do.
I do love this movie. Again, this is an easy A for me, but I think this is a low A. But I think it still deserves the A.
Hell of a performance from that guy.
Well, so my thing with this movie, it's one of those movies where it's like, some people are gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, this is just weird, and they're missing the entire point and like subtext of the movie is. And I'm not necessarily knocking someone for that, but I just personally love movies that use absolute weirdness to like convey a message or a point. And this movie isn't about grief and like how incredibly hard that is and the limits that it pushes people to. But some people see is just like the weird Ryan Gosling sex doll movie.
If we ever do a top 5 grief movies,
I would absolutely put that on there.
That is how I'm going to think about that movie.
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling is attached to a sex doll. Number 1's Coco.
Well, yeah, that's you definitely named the one or two movie. Yeah. Live Free or Die Hard.
D.
That barely even looks like Bruce Willis. Lust and Caution.
Seems like something I want to watch.
No, I've never seen it.
Bow Chicka Wow Wow.
You need to
probably got some titty nipples in it.
You need to pay attention to the caution part.
That's true.
Have you ever seen Meet the Robinsons?
Bro, I work with a motherfucker that looks just like that little white boy. It's so fucking funny.
I've never seen this.
I saw it at the biggest of the Mo's, and I don't really remember it. So, you can either put it in... I haven't seen them, I guess.
Okay.
You
have seen it?
Nothing. Yeah.
How about Michael Clayton?
I remember the kid, and I was like, you like this motherfucker. I don't know Michael Clayton very well.
Mr. Bean's Holiday.
Nah.
Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium.
Nah, I wanted to. That shit looked fire. That was a good trailer.
Murder Party.
Gross.
You ever seen
That's
Murder
some
Party?
2007 shit right
that
there.
That is some 2007 shit for sure. My Winnipeg.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Here at Sona Topical, we're unfortunately poor. And this money you see on screen, that's CGI. That's not real money. Because again, we're poor. So if you want to click in the ad eye in the corner, that video is monetized and we can make money off it. So please go watch it.
And if you click an ad, we make more money. And if you really want to help, there's the thanks button right there below this video. National Treasure 2.
That's some you shit.
Yeah, National Treasure 1, great movie. Love it. So much fun. National Treasure 2, it's not bad. Ed Harris is the bad guy. Ed Harris always makes a good bad guy, in my opinion. But it's not... Doesn't hold a flame to the first one. So, I'm going to go C tier for that guy. All right.
Watch your joke.
No Country for Old Men. We got one.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think there's really much debating that.
There's like 2 movies this year that are considered like top 50 greatest movies of all time.
Yeah.
And this is one of them.
I love that's an easy S, too.
Bro, it's
like,
such a good
there's no
fucking
doubt
movie.
about it.
Anton Chigurh is one of the greatest performances of all time.
Yeah, it's true.
Everything about that movie is impeccable. Like, there's not a bad... The only problem I had with it is the first time I watched it, and I didn't like how Josh Brolin died, and I didn't know it was Josh Brolin at the time either. And then I rewatched it.
Oh, how they don't show it? Like, it just... They
like
show up and he's
down
dead.
on the ground, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I rewatched it, and everything clicked for me, and I was like, holy shit. Like, the fucking irony in that.
Yeah.
And that's why he goes to her house, and he's like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I got a fucking job. Whether he's dead or not, I'm finishing this motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
the weird principle Anton Chigurh has.
Yeah. Norbit?
Right in the blowhole. No, I remember that one joke from that movie, but that movie is just like what she has, ass. Not the good kind.
Okay. Ocean's 13. I don't know that we've ever had, like... We both love the Oceans franchise.
Yeah.
I don't know that we've ever had a conversation about, like,
Specifically
our
13.
Oceans ranking.
Oh, it goes in order.
So you literally think 11 is the best, 12 is the second best, 13 is the third best, and 8th is the fourth best.
Yeah.
I think 13 is the second best. I like 13 more than 12.
I like the revenge plot of him coming back like, you took my money. That's very engaging to me.
Right.
I think the the Ocean's crew lacks a little bit in this movie, but Pacino is such a good villain in this movie.
That's what does it for me.
It makes up for their lacking.
Yeah. And I like the whole, like, rival, like, thief plot and, like, all that good shit. So,
It's A tier to me.
yeah, I agree.
8 would not be A tier. The original, or the Rat Pack version wouldn't be A tier either. I don't know if you've seen the Rat Pack version.
I haven't seen it, but I know it exists.
But, yeah, the first 3 fucking good damn movies.
Okay, I'm assuming you have not seen Once.
No, I haven't seen it once.
Yeah, it's like an indie musical. It's really good.
Does it have the Incredible Hulk in it by chance?
What? No. You're thinking of music and lyrics?
There was one you tried to make me watch. And I watched a little bit
Wait,
of
no.
it, passed
Music
out on
and
the
lyrics
couch.
is... Dang, what's the one with Mark Ruffalo in it? Because Keira Knightley's in that one. Maybe it is music and lyrics. But I feel like I'm getting it confused with the Hugh Grant, Drew Barrymore one. I don't know.
That's when that came out?
Paranormal Activity?
Holy shit, I thought it was a little later than that. That was a fucking phenomenon.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. That shit's scary.
I've seen the first one. Have not seen the other ones. I'm gonna give it a B just because of like
Cultural relevance.
innovation, cultural relevance. It's played out now, like super played out now. But it took like the Blair Witch idea of like found footage and kind of like made it a little more cohesive. So
Found footage.
all right, have you ever seen Persepolis?
Is that like the Nazi?
So I've never seen it, but
Or is it her in the punk outfits?
so I'm assuming that we're putting this in not seen.
Nah.
But I want to see it because it actually shows up on a lot of like best movies lists and stuff. So I need to seek that out and go see it. I can't tell. Is that the
It's not the first two throwing it now.
which one is that?
The fourth one, probably. Probably the third one.
No, because it's got to be the third one, I guess.
Throw it in D. Fourth one's bad. Real bad.
The fourth one is real bad. I don't know that I think the third one's a D.
Bro, the first one is great. The second one is... okay, like, it didn't need to be broken up into a part 2.
Oh, fuck.
So...
I'm putting it at the top of D tier.
Like, where would you put it? I'm assuming
I
it's
put
not
it in
much
C.
higher.
Yeah.
They broke it up, and that's what ruined the movie for me. Because there's not enough movie to that movie to be a good movie.
Planet Terror.
I like it more than Death Proof.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't go higher than Death Proof.
Okay.
Like, where's Death Proof? C? I don't think it's better than a C.
So C or D?
I guess C. But I remember I watched that, and I was like in my Tarantino phase. And I was like, oh, Tarantino didn't make a good, better movie than Robert. The guy who made Spy Kids? And I was like, oh my god.
Postal?
No.
Never seen it either. Write that 2E.
You think what I'm thinking? I want to put it there. That movie is growing on me a lot. I still think Rats in the Kitchen is gross, but that movie got heart, and it's a little Italian.
I'm down with it.
All right, throw it in there, dog.
S tier. Let's do it. What a
Tasha Gerg has some company, dog.
what a double feature. Everyone can cook. I guess the name of this movie is Record.
Yeah, that's a found footage horror
Well,
movie that I haven't
figured,
seen.
Yeah. Resident Evil Extinction.
Haven't seen.
It's not
You've
good.
seen it.
I've seen all the Resident Evil movies.
Why?
I was dating someone who was really into them.
Well, good thing you divorced them. Not divorced them, broke up with them.
Right. All right, Rush Hour 3.
I hated this movie.
I don't
I
understand
think
why.
it's trash.
I don't understand that at all.
Like, if you go any higher than D, we are rock, paper, scissoring or arguing or
This
something.
movie is absolutely a C tier movie. It is not that bad.
Shit. No.
You're insane.
The only good scene is the fucking Abbott and Costello ripoff scene.
Well, I'm putting it in C because there have been twice now where I didn't argue with you about movies.
What movies?
I told you that I would have put that in C tier. Do you want to? I'll switch them.
You can switch them then.
Okay.
Hell, if you want to, put that bitch in S. As long as Rush Hour is not any higher than D.
Rush Hour 3.
3.
To be
And you better not
specific.
pull that shit like you did that one video. You started switching shit.
Oh, and you weren't paying attention?
Yeah.
Saw 4.
I haven't seen any of the Saw. Some shit's gross. I want to see the first one just because, like, what it did.
Yeah.
It's actually a good movie. And Chris Rock one. I quite enjoyed that one.
Spiral.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't plan on seeing others.
Shooter.
Nah. Something I own and just
Oh,
never got to it.
you still never seen Shooter?
Nah.
Shooter was like one of those weird era-defining movies. Like, Shooter is like it's a C for sure. It's a really high C. I'm not going to move it up there, but you heard me. It's a high C. But it's just one of those movies where it's like everyone who was in high school when Shooter came out saw Shooter. And like everyone talked about Shooter. Like Shooter's just one of the, like I don't know how to explain it. It's just this movie that stuck, but it is
2007
but it is
capsule.
just like such a just fine movie. Like Shrek the Third.
Stopped after the second one.
F. Shrek sucks.
Saw Rambo.
Oh.
Never seen it.
Ugh. Can we just put it in F based on the way it looks?
I'd rather had.
Spider-Man 3.
This is nostalgia holding it back from being. I want to put an F. but
No
My
way!
heart says D.
It is not.
Nostalgia's got into D.
Dude,
Where are you putting
You
it?
are over criticizing that movie and Rush Hour 3. They are both C tier movies.
Well, throw it in C. I'm not gonna fight you on Spider-Man 3. Rush Hour, we're gonna argue on.
Like, it's not good, but it's not like freaking terrible. Also, I think it's gotten like a little bit better with time, personally. But all right, Stardust.
Nah, that's got De Niro and Michelle Pfeiffer in it though.
Yeah, I never seen that.
Should see it.
Sunshine.
Nope.
Looks like some weird Armageddon wannabe. Just based on the poster.
Oh shit, that shit came out on 7.
Okay.
Fire, son.
Super bad.
Do we do it?
I would do it.
Let's do it then, son.
Yeah, I would do it. I think that warrants it.
Era defining.
Right. Culture,
Often imitated, never duplicated. That John Blaze shit.
Yeah.
Super bad, son.
Yeah. At the end of the day, it is still, like, easy to identify Judd Apatow, like, raunchy, stoner-esque comedy. But, like, Superbad just does it so much better and different than anything has or anything will. It absolutely was like if you had to tell me, like, pick a movie that defined the youth of the 2000s, it is absolutely Superbad.
Yeah.
Like, there is no there are other movies that you could say, well, this kind of did in this way, and this did in this way, and this movie caused this specific conversation, but Superbad is like it.
I still see McLovin merch being sold. I've seen his ID in plenty of fucking college dorms. Still, his like ID as a flag or a poster on motherfuckers like walls and shit in college, like staple.
All right, Surf's Up.
That's cute.
I never seen it. Yeah,
ain't fucking penguin surf. Who gives a fuck, you know?
It's no Happy Feet, is what you're telling me.
That's no Happy Feet.
Sweeney Todd.
I'm in an A or a B. I'll let you decide.
I would say I really like this movie. I'm gonna give it. It's low A, but I'm gonna give it the A. But it also just kind of fits a lot of like Nate aesthetics. It's a musical. It's creepy but not scary. I love like this era and movie set in it, so I go with that. The Assassination of Jesse James by the Coward Robert Ford.
You seen this?
I have not seen this, but I've heard a lot of talk about it lately, and like I really want to.
So good. Brad Pitt, he's the fucking man.
Yeah.
A.
Sweet. The Bourne Ultimatum.
I can't tell which one. I can't tell them apart. So.
Me neither. See?
Sure.
Like, I know I've seen it, and for me, I feel like these are all C-tier movies.
Yeah. Bitches gave us shaky cam.
Bucket List.
That's a D-tier movie. Have you seen it?
Like when it first came out, but I remember almost nothing about it.
I guess a fun idea.
Yeah.
But it's corny as shit.
All right. The Darjeeling Limited.
I'm gonna let you go first.
I say, to me, it's low A. I love this movie. This movie is so underrated. It is a very good movie.
You put the low in front of A, so I'll give it to you.
Yeah. That makes me satisfied. The Diving Bell and the Butterfly.
Negatory.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. The Game Plan.
That stuff's like, it's okay. Like, it's cute. Never seen it?
Where do you want? I've seen it. I know how I feel about it.
Put a low C.
That's fine. Since you put the low in front of it.
Yeah. Did that on purpose.
I know you did, because you knew I was going to put it in D. The Girl Next Door.
That's not the one I'm thinking. What's The Girl Next Door? Is that the same title, right?
What?
What's that say?
This says The Girl Next Door.
Is that the one with the blonde?
I don't think this is the raunchy
I haven't seen
sex
that.
comedy.
Because that doesn't look like the raunchy sex comedy.
Yeah. I don't know what this is.
I don't know either.
The Golden Compass.
No, fuck Liam Neeson and his bear.
All I know was I was told that I wasn't allowed to watch this movie because this is like some atheist guy's response to the Chronicles of Narnia, and this movie is telling you not to believe in God and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, God forbid any kids just enjoy a movie for being a movie. So I've never seen it.
You and your mother got heat still over this?
We don't have heat over it, but it's just like
So what are the odds of you buying that on DVD and giving it to her for
0. She wouldn't even remember that.
uh
Like, if I gave that to her, she would be like, "Oh, is this a good movie?" Like, she is a very like of the moment person. So like, if it's cool for people in her circle to hate a specific thing at a specific point in time, she is on the bandwagon. But then, like, once that wagon pulls off, she's, like, forgotten that it existed.
Well, I'm very glad she let you watch Harry Potter.
Yeah, me too. The Hills Have Eyes, too.
It's funny because this is The Hills Have Eyes 2, and I think it's too scary, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah. I didn't watch it not because I was worried about being scary. I just have no interest in watching a bunch of, like, incestual weirdos do stuff.
I watched the first one. Fucking middle-aged dude sucking on a titty nipple. That ain't his.
Oh, The King of Kong. You seen this? It's a documentary about this guy who like set a world record on
Video game? Donkey Kong?
yeah, like the OG Donkey Kong. It's really good. Personally, I find it incredibly fascinating. This thing is a B tier for me. Kite Runner?
Nah, I'm like pretty deep in not seeing these movies.
Mimsy?
Talk to me when it's a Simpsons movie.
The Mist?
I was serious. Like, I haven't seen anything up to the Simpsons movie.
Oh.
Down to the Simpsons movie. This is all you, dude.
Well, I don't know that I haven't seen that. Number 23. Is that Jim Carrey?
It is.
I haven't seen that. Definitely didn't see The Orphanage. Savages. Is that Homeboy?
That's fuck. Simon something, right?
This guy?
Yeah.
What else was he in? Are we thinking of the same person?
Yeah, we are.
Played the really, really good actor?
Yeah.
Who's the bad guy in Mission Impossible 2?
Yes.
Dang.
He was in
He's so good. I love this guy.
he's in Charlie Wilson's War. He's in Before the Devil Knows You're Dead.
Me and Anna just rewatched the Hunger Games movies. He's in that. Gosh dang it. Why can't I remember his name? He's incredible.
Simon something.
Unfortunately, Dad. It's not Simon.
It's not.
Okay, well. I still haven't seen Savages.
He's in Boogie Nights. I love Boogie Nights.
He's in a lot of Paul Thomas Anderson
Spider
movies.
Pig. Spider Pig. Spider Pig gets a fucking B. And because that shit was very popular to me and everyone else.
It actually was like super popular.
And it's kind of funny.
I've never seen it. I was never a Simpsons person.
Really?
Yeah.
Why not?
I don't know. Well, okay, so I wasn't allowed to watch it when I was younger.
Well, they let you watch Futurama, and I guess you just
No.
missed the boat.
So, like, Futurama came out well after The Simpsons had started, and by the time Futurama was playing on Adult Swim, I was old enough to just stay up late and watch it when nobody else was around.
And you didn't have a way to watch Simpsons? You didn't want to watch The Simpsons?
No, I watched a couple episodes of The Simpsons, and I was like, I don't like
Philip
this.
Seymour
Philip Seymour
Hoffman.
Hoffman. God dang it. I hate everything.
Jesus.
Valley of Elah?
Nah.
Nope. Alright. There Will Be Blood. I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to hardcore disagree with me on this, and I'm fine with that. Objectively, I think this is a better movie than No Country for Old Men.
I've only seen it once.
Oh. Well, okay.
That was yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you just watched it yesterday?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Um.
You're not arguing with me about S tier,
No,
right?
no,
Okay.
no.
All right.
He does a very good job, both of them, Paul Thomas Anderson and Daniel Day-Lewis, to make you feel sympathetic.
You mean Paul Dano?
No.
Oh, you're talking about Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah, Paul Thomas Anderson and Daniel Day-Lewis do a very good job of making you feel sympathetic for this guy. Because, like, everything he loves, he fucks up. Whether he's taking it away or they're lying to him just because he has money. And the two real connections he has in this movie.
Wait, are you talking about sympathetic for Daniel Day-Lewis?
Yes.
Huh.
Because the kid...
Man.
he didn't have
Go
to
ahead.
take the kid on, and he took the kid on, and then they got fucked up, and he's just like, I can't handle this right now.
But he specifically took the kid on to use the kid as a means to make himself more likable.
I think that came later. I don't think that was the start of it.
Man,
I
so-
think he just said some mean shit to
so-
say some mean shit.
That's so interesting.
And then
to
he
me.
finally builds a real connection with his brother, and that's not really his brother. And he feels hurt and angry by the world his whole entire life. And I just felt bad for him. I wanted to give him a hug.
Huh. That's really interesting.
Paul
So-
Dano, fuck Paul Dano though.
Well, yeah.
The scene though,
he's really-
the fucking scene, I cast the devil out!
yeah.
And then it pans to fucking him, and I'm like, holy shit, dude.
It's incredible
That's
filmmaking.
such a good scene.
Yeah.
But then, like, I was like, damn, like, he's about to go rampant.
Yeah.
And I didn't fucking know, because, like, everyone knows the milkshake thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, this motherfucking long as shit. Where the milkshake at, bro?
Yeah.
There's not a fucking milkshake in this movie.
It's true. It's metaphorical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt sympathetic for him, and I thought that was very strange. And it did a very good job of towing the line of, like, I really don't like this dude. Like, I really, really don't like him.
Yeah.
But it's like, the world just gave him a shit hand, and he didn't do anything with it.
Well, he became a millionaire. But...
For what?
Right. But that's the point, is that
Yeah.
he thinks that is the point.
Yeah.
That's so interesting to me because there's this consistent pattern of you and me watching movies about bad people where I'm like, I like this movie because he's a terrible person, and this movie is a portrayal of like the dangers of being a terrible person, and I don't feel bad for him at all. He's responsible for his own decisions. And you're like, I felt bad for the guy. Like, that has happened multiple times with multiple different movies.
Well, you're a heartless fuck, that's why.
I'm not a heartless fuck.
Strange Wang.
I hold people accountable.
He loves people.
And you relate to him because you're a bad person.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? I don't like people. I understood where he was coming from when he said I don't like people. I was going to say it because I knew he was going to say some stupid shit like that. But I'm not a bad fucking person. Like, if you know what? I want to bite my tongue. I want to throw shade right now. I want to throw shade.
We're getting close
Like,
to an hour.
I want to go right to the jugular, but I'm fucking not. Fucking. I like the Ninja Turtles. That's an okay movie.
I've definitely never seen that.
Put it in a C tier.
Cowabunga, dude.
You got your cowabunga hanging.
Is this the
That's
first
the
one?
first one.
Yeah. First one's not terrible.
But the cultural, and I agree, it's not terrible.
Yeah.
Cultural impact.
Huge cultural impact.
Does it go in A?
Ooh.
We've been saying cultural impact, so I just want to stay consistent.
I thought it would be.
Okay.
Either way, it still is what it is, you know? I'll put it like mid B. Not that really matters because
Mid-90s. Mid-B.
yeah. Trick or Treat.
Negatory. I heard that's a really good, like, horror anthology, though. It's very popular with the Utes.
You ever seen Underdog?
That's just enough.
You saw it?
I was in elementary school.
Is this
when-
live action or is it animated?
Yeah, it's live action.
Oh, then it's definitely enough. You cannot get your live action animal movies out of here.
Oh, your least favorite movie of the year had a trailer. It's about 3 stray dogs, and they curse.
I'm so glad that we don't do trailer reactions like we used to anymore.
And they're going back to bite the owner's dick off. That's the plot of the movie.
Have you ever heard of or seen Waitress?
No.
We Own the Night.
Negatory.
Me neither.
Josh
But,
McCougar's in that
but
movie.
is he?
Yeah, he's an extra.
Huh. But we are ending on a high note.
I didn't know that came out in 2007.
So we got Zodiac.
That's an S tier, dog.
Yeah, I mean, the only knock I have against Zodiac
It's long as fuck.
is so long, and it does have some pacing issues. But I think that's true for some of the other movies we have in S tier.
There will be blood,
And,
in my opinion.
yeah, I don't argue that, for sure. So, yeah, I agree. Zodiac, I think, is an S tier movie. It's very, very good.
So, people say this was one of the best years. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I see 8 reasons why. This is the weakest year we've done this month.
So I will say, I feel like,
in my opinion,
in terms of movies that like permeated culture, like movies that were like, so there are a lot of movies on this list, regardless of where we put them, that were like must-see movies.
That's very fair.
Okay, and so I think that's where that comes from. So I think that's true for... I didn't see There Will Be Blood or Zodiac. So here's the thing. I was in high school. You were in middle school. So Zodiac, There Will Be Blood, and No Country for Old Men, probably not really on our radar at the time, right?
I didn't see any of our S tier movies until
Okay.
the 2010s.
But Superbad, Ratatouille, American Gangster, Harry Potter, Juno,
Hot Fuzz.
Well, I'm just thinking of like movies that I specifically remember hearing people like they would not stop talking about it. Juno, Sweeney Todd, August Rush, The Bee Movie, Transformers, Knocked Up, Paranormal Activity for sure, The Simpsons movie, I Am Legend, National Treasure 2 kinda, but that's really only because the first one was so popular. Chuck and Larry, Pirates of the Caribbean, Shooter, Spider-Man 3, The Bourne movie, The Game Plan, Rush Hour 3. Out in the Chipmunks was a little bit out of my age range at the time. Good Luck Chuck, Blades of Glory, Balls of Fury, Shrek 3. And then I haven't seen any of these, and I don't remember hearing a ton about them because I probably would have seen them. But like, that's a lot of movies that I just said, and like every single one of them was like stirring conversation. Kids were talking about them. They were all a really big deal. And so I think that that's kind of where that thought process comes from, of this being that kind of a movie year. So like, it's not necessarily that it was great in terms of its contributions to film as a whole, but in terms of like just freaking blockbuster after block. Like, I feel like movies made a shit ton of money this year.
Yeah, that's fair. So we don't do this every time, but I feel like with our selective 5 in the S tier, 3 of them's gonna be really like hard. Let's rank them real quick.
Okay.
Obviously, Ratatouille 5 is Superbad, 4 is Ratatouille.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Right? Yeah, I think that's right.
If Superbad didn't have cops in it, put it in front of Ratatouille. Fuck them cops.
Yeah, I know that I said that I think There Will Be Blood is better than No Country. I'm assuming you probably disagree.
I think the lineup's perfect right now.
So I think this is... I'm good with this.
I think No Country is a more palatable film to understand. I think it's rewatchable more over the other two. Those are like... Let's say No Country for Old Men is a 97 to me. 96.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I agree. I think this is a completely... For the movies we put in S tier, I think this is...
So why would you put... What is holding No Country back from There Will Be Blood?
Well, again, it's just a personal thing. So, like, No Country, so when I think about scenes from No Country, every memorable scene from the movie, and there are plenty, is almost exclusively because of Anton Segura. Tommy Lee Jones has his moments. He gets some pretty solid monologues. But the only scene where I'm like, this is incredible filmmaking, is the hotel scene with him and Josh Brolin. Like, hearing the footsteps, seeing the shadow in the hallway, the light cutting off, and it all leads up to the shootout in the street. So like, that is like, outside of that, the whole movie in terms of how it is shot and everything, I wouldn't say it's like straightforward. It's still very, very good filmmaking.
You're talking about the big set piece.
Right. And so with There Will Be Blood, you have a character who, I'm definitely not saying that he is, and when I say I'm absolutely not saying that Daniel Day-Lewis's character is like as iconic as Anton Segura by any stretch. But you still have that that centerpiece, that incredible standout performance. And then you also have insane filmmaking on top of that. And so for me, it's just like looking at both of them as a whole. I think objectively, There Will Be Blood is a little bit better of a movie.
So why did you compare one set piece in it and bring up the other set piece?
What do you mean set piece? Well, because all of There Will Be Blood is like all of the plane, like the shots of the plane. If you want to talk about like the one big like audience grabbing scene, obviously it's the oil rig exploding, and like but like There Will Be Blood doesn't. It's not as sprawling. It's not a road trip movie like There Will Be Blood is. So it's like the set pieces, you're kind of in a lot of ways hanging out together. But There Will Be Blood, you have the one big scene, you have the church scene, you have the ending with the milkshake in the bowling pin. Like, I really like the end scene with him and his son, where his son comes and like
he makes him talk.
Yeah, right. And like,
what a bastard.
Yeah, right. So it's like there's just more memorable stuff where it's not just the performance that is carrying it; it is also the filmmaking and directing and all the other good stuff.
I put the coin flip over everything you said. That's a top 15 scenes in cinema.
Yeah, and I don't disagree with that. I think it just like, God, I've seen that shit so fucking much. Like,
is that your problem with it? You've overseen it, and There Will Be Blood's not.
No, that's my
milkshake.
That's my issue with the coin flip scene. When I watched the movie,
bruh,
I did not like the coin flip scene. Did not feel that tense to me.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, what else would you expect from this guy? That is exactly what I expect from him as a character.
That's such a good acted scene.
I'm surprised he let the guy live. Now the coin flip,
because he has
the reason the coin flip scene is important to me is because it shows that he has, even if it is like chaotic, he has a commitment to some sort of
he has a code
principle.
Yeah. Like that's storytelling. And
I didn't say it was a bad scene.
There Will Be Blood
wasn't that tense.
There Will Be Blood does not have Sweet Dave.
Well, neither does No Country for Old Men.
Yes, because Sweet Dave's the coin flip motherfucker.
I know that, but it's not Sweet Dave.
It's the same actor.
So?
I don't know his fucking name. He's Sweet Dave. Like,
he's not asking anybody if their ass is fat.
He should. That's a deleted scene. Josh Brolin comes in there earlier. I got a lot of money on me. Here's a little bit. Can you tell me if my ass is fat? And he says, we. But anyways, I feel like we'll be here longer than we should. But that's a decent opinion. That it needs to be a more fleshed out opinion.
Sure. That
I will want to talk about. I also want to see it again before we have this conversation. But
that's fair.
That's our 2007 tier list. Let us know if we fucked up or whatever your thoughts is in the comment section below. Scroll back up with the like button, share the video, and subscribe.
It's not a game, it's a rage thing.